Greetings to all. My name is Pule Moloi from Breathing Beyond. Today I just want to empower you, encourage you to transform your life and your thinking. We've gone through 7 days. We are on the 8th day of lockdown in our country of South Africa. Today is the 3rd of April 2020. And then here's an interesting study that I've done. There is a study called numerology, which is a study of numbers in the Bible studies. And most of the scholars, they say this number is significant because it denotes completeness and perfection. So that means we've gone through a season of completeness and perfection. Yes, here is the thing that I want to share with you today. I want to give you the subject called Unplugged or Disconnected. I was busy trying to make coffee for myself this morning, and then I put water in the kettle. Then I plugged the kettle on the wall socket, and then I left. Then 3 minutes or 5 minutes later, then I came back, and I wanted to pour water in the cup, but I felt that the water is still cold. Then to my surprise, I realized that the plug on the wall socket is not switched on. Immediately when I switched it on, then the kettle came on, the power came to the kettle, and the kettle started boiling the water. But here's the thing that I've learned, a life principle that you can apply in your life. I'm going to switch that kettle off. Is that the kettle was plugged in the wall socket, but there was no power coming through. And then the lesson is this one. So if I take that plug out from the wall socket, this means the kettle is unplugged, is not connected to the power source. No matter how many times I switch on and off to try to get the kettle to boil the water, nothing will happen because the kettle is unplugged, is off, is not connected to the power source. This is exciting. As we find ourselves being locked down in our houses, in our apartments, or wherever you are, we find that most of us have been disconnected from the world out there. We've been disconnected from our friends. We've been disconnected from our daily routines that we're used to. Disconnected from our habits, our thinking patterns. And when you are disconnected, then you find that you lose that contact. Then the reality kicks in because now you are faced with yourself or your family members or the people that you stay with. Because when you are out there, most people tend to live their lives on the validation of other people to define who they are. In actual fact, they measure their abilities, they measure who they are, they measure their identity based on what people say about their lives. And then this disconnection or this being unplugged from the world out there, it now brings everything to light to say, who are you besides other people? Who are you besides your profession? Who are you besides the world out there? Who are you besides the country, the beauty out there? Now you need to understand and know who you are, because the power to overcome it is in knowing your identity, in knowing who you are. And then this is exciting because most people, especially those people who are used to be connected to friends and people, to validate them, to affirm them on who they are, or what they are capable of doing. Now in this season, you find that many people are afraid actually to be with themselves because actually they've never taken time to learn about who they are or to learn themselves. People are afraid to spend time alone or spend time with their families or their loved ones. This is the season that we need to get to know ourselves. Get to know your abilities. Get to know your strength, your weaknesses. So that when this season is over, then you are able to stand strong with whatever we are going to face after this season. The other thing is this one. There are habits that we are used to. Now, in this season that we are in, when you are locked in, you are unplugged from those habits. You are unplugged from those thinking patterns. So the reality is that now, what are you going to do? You need to now start establishing new thinking patterns. You need to now establish new habits that will fuel you to be able to perform, to excel in everything that you do. This is the quote that I normally do or normally say to most people, that exposure brings transformation or brings change. Whatever you are exposed to transforms your life or impacts your life or changes your life. Now that you are exposed to yourself, you are exposed to your loved ones, to your family, that exposure needs to change and transform how you see life, how you approach life out there. 21 days will be finished soon. And then here is a key question that I want to leave with you, a key thought that I want to leave with you. What have you learned from this season? What have you experienced from this season? What are you taking with you after these 21 days? What are you changing after these 21 days? Most people have learned many things about themselves. Even myself, I'm getting revelations of things that I'm able to do that I thought I couldn't do before in this season. Now be empowered. Don't settle for less. Use this time to learn, to know who you are. Be plugged in with yourself. Be connected with yourself. Don't only live your life, be connected to the world out there. This is a time to identify, to discover the source which is within you. Be blessed and enjoy. Until next time.